It is 12:05 almost in the AM time. I am your humble host, Mr. David Null, also known as Hawkeye Two Feathers, and I greet you with the love and the honor of the infinite creator. And I'm here this evening to say to all of you, I love you. I'm so grateful for you to be my friend, if you want to call it that, my subscriber, subs, um, Soul Tribe group wise, Nullanites, who knows? But I want to say that I appreciate every single one of you. And you go, well, okay, but no, 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 no. I mean it. I mean it. It is such. It makes me feel so grateful to just be able to breathe. And I'm not being light about this since I'm in the hospital. But I woke up on the floor this morning just about sunrise, not knowing really how I got there. I hit my head, banged up the back. That ain't counting the heart problem. But I'd never had a blackout like that to where I just boom was gone. And waking up, I mean, a lot of times I know when I'm fixing to have to sit down. It's like, whoa, boy, I got this sinking feeling. I took three steps, Mister. Take me 3 steps, Mister. Take me 3 steps towards the door. Anyway, and I got towards the door of the bathroom, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up on the floor. Hard concrete. Never had a problem with it before. Of course, I have never passed out like this before. So when I woke up from it, and in my thinking about it today, with all of the wires and stuff I got all connected and everything, and the this and the that and the blood thing, and all this stuff. I got two drippers up there. Yeah, two drippers. But in reflection upon that, you know me, I have a hey Milky Way. I love you, Robert. Thank you for letting me come in. Travis the Brick, how you doing? Witch Moon, Steve Clark, howdy y'all. Yes, I'm very glad I'm doing better, and that's why I'm doing this video. I didn't even title it, but I am so grateful for all of you for a myriad of reasons: friendship, camaraderie, prayer groups, the League of Like-Minded Beings. I mean, the but with you, my subscribers and friends, it makes me feel grateful. And I was grateful that I woke up, even though I was on the bathroom floor. But I was grateful, and all day long with the people who have worked on me and who've stood here and had conversations with me, and the doctors downstairs in the ER when I asked them dumb questions about the heart and this and that. They were kind enough to answer the question, and then if I didn't quite understand it and I asked them to repeat it, they did. So I'm grateful and gracious to all of you. You you really got no idea. Just know that I love you a lot. I do. And this is going to be a short video because I'm trying to conserve my battery. Rob said he might stop by tomorrow at some point and drop off the charger to me. But at the moment, I got to be mindful of that little battery thingy up there. But it did really well. It only used 10% of the battery for that time I was on with Robert tonight. But right now, I just want you all to know how much I truly love you. And I know there are folks that I know y'all say we know Dave, we know Hawkeye. Yeah, but I gotta say it again. I gotta say it again. And it ain't because I'm in the hospital. Because I was thinking about it a couple of days ago that I wanted to do a video about being gracious and being grateful. And like today, I was talking with the one doctor's downstairs, and I said, and he said, "Man, you hit the floor?" And I was like, "Yeah, concrete floor." And he starts checking on my head and around the back and everything, which I had not done yet, And I got a scrape here and I got a noggin back over here. Not too bad. My body took most of the fall apparently, which is okay. But I was like, I am so grateful that I woke up on that floor. I'm, yeah, but you hit the floor. And I said, yeah, but I'm so grateful that I woke up after I hit the floor because I didn't even know I was headed down. I mean, I was taking steps to the toilet and I woke up on the floor. So, but that incident early this morning at sunrise, well, now it's yesterday, but at sunrise, I just realized I am so grateful that I'm still breathing. I'm so grateful that my heart is still beating. I am so grateful that I have people who will come and check on me. And Rob did, and he took me to the hospital. I couldn't, I, for whatever, and I told one of the nurses this evening, I said, I was so confused. Who's saying what? Alexander. Oh, hey, buddy. Thank you. And Witch Moon, Alexander, Michelle, Elderberry, Chloe, Michelle. Did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, come back. If I sign this thing off, it's because I hit the wrong damn button. I'm still learning how to do this. But um, Steve Clark, I saw you in there. Um, but anyway, I just want, I can't make this long because of the battery thing. But I wanted to be sure that you all knew that I loved you, and that's the biggest thing, and how grateful and you are to me, and how gracious you make me feel because of the love you send, because of the good vibes and energy, and I know that you pass it around to other people, and you know that's what my goal was, especially going all the way back to Mr. Brian Barnett. Our goal was to touch people's hearts. Our goal was to get people to think a little bit, and maybe what I've been hearing from here and here, maybe I need to think about it. So, Brian's been gone with us now for 2 or 3 years now. I forget because I'm getting old. Thanks for waking up again and making it through. Oh, hey, Mark, how are you? Wee! It's a good one. Yep, 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 yep. 3 years, right, Milky? Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was, but my mind gets all flustered sometimes. But our goal was to, if we could help one person at all, that was our goal. It wasn't about ratings. It wasn't about how many people we got. It wasn't about any of that. And you all have proved to me I love you so much. Fixing to cry again, but I love you so much because you have stayed with me over these many years, as some of you have, and you have continued to develop and to help other people just by your comments and by being here and special words that you have on the side and phone calls to each other. And that is so wonderful because not only was my dream to touch at least one person, Brian's goal, let me reach just one person. And I've reached all of you in a way that I had never expected. You are so great. You really are. I literally wish I could give every one of you a personal hug because this cosmic shit doesn't really work for me. But I'm sorry. And here I am promoting, cosmic hugs. But I mean, to the physical side. Hey, Scotty boy, how are you? Deborah, how are you? Deborah Sloan. I love you too, sweetie. I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing much better, thank you. They got my heart rate down. It's like in the 70s. And, it was 185 earlier today. So that's my heart rate. That's your pulse, baby. 185 beats per minute. What? Yeah. And so I the heart attack issue, when I say I'm having a heart attack, it feels like a heart attack to me. So but it isn't actually physically a heart attack, because a heart attack actually means the muscle of the heart. And so what I've learned, that the AFib thing, it's the atrial ventral blah 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 blah, and but it's going nuts, going like this, where the heart itself is wanting to just act normal. Boom, ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. And then here's the AFib going, driving the other part of the heart mad. If it goes on long enough, then your AFib will physically damage the heart, because it can't compete with the high fluctuation, and 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 the slower part, it can't keep up. So there's literal damage to the heart. Well, I don't have that yet. Thank you, Jesus. But I don't have that yet. But I was really, 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 really close today. They were like, dude, if you'd have waited another hour, you would have had a heart attack. And I was like, well, what the hell is this? You're an AFib. Okay, it is serious, and it's not to joke around with, but it's not technically, clinically a heart attack. What? But another hour of staying home, and I'd have had a real heart attack. So because of the age of my heart, and there's already certain functions in there that aren't working because they're so small. Who'd I miss? Amber Dawn, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Of course, I haven't been on in a while, but anyway, I'm so grateful for all of your friendships. I truly am. And I hope you know me well enough that I'm not making this shit up. I mean, I can mentally hear and see some of your thoughts sometimes. And when I call you up and go, yeah, I was thinking about that. So it is the universe. Oh, and I also had a long discussion today with one of the newer doctors. Guess what? Are you with me? Astral projection. He was asking me questions, and a doctor, a regular showing up downstairs in the ER doctor, asking me about astral projection. Hmm. I don't know, honey. I don't know if I'm sweet or not. Right now, I think I taste pretty sour. I'm sorry. She said I'm a sweet man. I don't know. Nah, I don't taste like candy. I know I'm crazy. Female doctor? No, actually, it was a man doctor. I haven't made any approaches to any of the women. I'm too ugly, and and at the moment, I could really use a bath because I threw up all over myself before when I first woke up this morning. I know that's too much information, but there you go. And so the one nurse said, "But I don't smell you, Mister Null," and I was like, "I do. I can still smell that, that faint hint of vomit." Oh, brr. But anyway, I can't take a shower till tomorrow because I'm all plugged up to all this stuff. But I am safe. I am comfortable. The room is really nice. Give you a little bit of a tour of the room. There's my machinies that are making all that noise that'll halfway keep me awake at night. But I got a nice view out the window, fifth floor, Moultrie. I made you throw up a little. You got a little bit in the back of your throat there. Yeah. Earlier today, it was all I could do to like, and I was dry heaving. There was nothing in my stomach, and I couldn't get rid of the smell. And I had washed off best I could, and I just and maybe maybe there was a little bit of back in the back of the throat kind of thing that you're talking about, Scotty boy. But I was like, yuck, God, oh, and I it's going to take me a while to get what happened this morning out of my brain. Throwing up on yourself, it was just I I have thrown up, of course, in my lifetime, but never all over me, and but anyway, and it was so sudden. It was just like boom, it was there. So but anyway, the throwing up part is part of the almost having a sure enough heart attack. Now, again, I'm if I have another issue like this, I'm going to call it a heart attack. That's all there is to it. It has to do with my heart and it's attacking me. So, does my version of heart attack meet theirs? Well, if I stay home too long and that bitch goes into one, then the AFib now becomes a sure enough heart attack. But anyway, enough of that. So, I'm doing as well as possible. I have, you know, found out that the metropinol that I've been taking, that I haven't taken for a week, is the cause for this incident. Um, one day without the metropinol will cause me to have issues. Um, who's Michelle's sister? Just saw this. I hope you're okay. Yes, CD. Angry, angry what? Meth files? Meth, what? Angry. I had an AFib situation today that almost resulted in a sure enough full blown heart attack. I got to the hospital in time, and I've been here since like 10:15, and they've got me stabilized, which is wonderful. Let me tell you. My chest still aches a little bit, but I'm much 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 better. It's amazing how quickly. Well, it took 4 hours for it to kick in. Okay, so but 4 hours versus staying at home and having a heart attack. Which do you choose? Well, I'm here now, and I'm really glad they poured the juice to me. I mean, she came in not too long. I mean, they're monitoring me right now downstairs. They've got monitors in the nurses station over here that also monitor me. So I've got this. That's what this blue thing is on me now. This is the monitor that they're monitoring my heart downstairs in the cardiac area. So they've got some nifty tools in this hospital for taking pictures and doing this and doing that. It's amazing the amount of progress, I guess, medical science has made. A lot of us bitch and complain about the cost of things. But when you see these new machines that come in, now I remember the old days of the CT scanners. They took me down earlier today to have a CT scan. And by the time I got on the table, they said, okay, hold your breath. And I was like, but I just laid down. And the machine cycled and everything. It took 2 minutes and I was out. It took longer to go down and come back than it did for the CT scan. And back in the early and mid 80s, I had several CT scans on my neck and everything. And you had to lay in there and blah, blah, blah. It was almost like an MRI machine. It made so much noise and clanked. And the woman there said, our machines don't make noise. And I said, listen, I had a friend of mine who worked on GE um, CT scanners. And I said, yes, ma'am. The GE ones made a lot of noise 25 years ago. They really did. But anyway, but this video is to just catch up with y'all and to tell you how much I love you. And I'm looking at ways to try new videos, and then something comes up at the house, and then this little thing happens, and it's easy for this old man to get distracted sometimes. Distracted. And so, I did the video. This new phone is going to help me out because I'm live streaming here in the hospital. And I got a good reception and everything. And the good news is that, this phone versus the last phone from Lively, I couldn't even barely even get online. I hit the button and poof, this thing was up and running. So now my big dream has been to do live streams from the river. And this phone might be able to let me do that. And I'm tickled to death, and I can't wait to get out of this mess and get back on the river, you know. But it is what it is. We have to take our time. It was literally 100 degrees yesterday and the day before. Don't know about today because I was in here. So it is, it is really hot, but it is not the hottest summer we've ever had. Yeah, river soon. Come with me, come with me and invite yourselves. Let's go to the river. We got a bunch of choices on rivers now. And it doesn't have to be just one, but the Oclockney is the simplest and closest to the house. But I do want to go on other adventures too. So, but anyway, I'm picking myself up off the floor this morning really told me how grateful I am to just be alive. There are some days it's like, yeah, I'm happy. Sure enough, you're humming along, and then when you pick yourself up off the floor from blacking out, you go, well, wait a minute, um, that that could have been my death this morning. Me hitting the floor, that would have been one of them times that I'm sorry I was out, but I've fallen and I can't get up and I can't wake up. So I'm going to have to refigure my. Maybe I need to get one of those little fallen and I can't get up things. Well, it was good seeing you. Oh, I'm going to make it, Angry. Thank you for showing up. Yep, I'm going to make it. That's what I'm here for, to tell you that, and I've talked with several people today about positive energy and two different doctors. I was like, I've been doing meditation and stuff for years, and I believe in positive energy. And the one doctor was like, "Good for you, son. You really." And I'm like, "Son, I'm fuck. I could be your grandfather, but but I understood." Excuse me. But I only know what I am. I only know what I am shown. That's true. What a scary feeling. Yeah, today was. If you're talking to me about it. But anyway, so without further ado, I'm going to shut this off at 23 minutes after, which means we missed a 20. But I can't do that in the hospital. They got me all kind of, but they gave me some heparin and stuff earlier that kind of made me a little high there for Robert's video on Milky Way. But I'm here to tell you how much I love you. I do. I do. I do. And how much I appreciate you. The folks that, aren't in the chat all the time, it's okay. But the fact that you will say hi when you're here, we had to get one of those life alerts. Yeah, I might have to get one. We'll see. Matter of fact, I'm still down. I love you too, Witch Moon. I do. All y'all. And Chloe, all y'all. So, to save my battery, adios, my dear friends, until hopefully tomorrow, because I'm just bored to tears up here. And if they bring me a charger, I'll come back and I've got some other things. I've got my blue book with me here, with phone numbers and things that I need to learn how to put in this phone, but also a couple of subjects that I was flipping through, and it's like, oh yeah, that was a topic I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, there's one because I've written down a lot of little notes and things. So it almost looks like it was a person over here. Anyway, sweet dreams, my dear friends. Oh, and by the way, I got into one of those commercials on YouTube. Tommy Chung. Anybody know who that is? Cheech and Chong. Tommy Chong's 82 or 3 years old and sells and they manufacture with his guidance and so forth droplets, CBD oil kind of thing. The It's like happy days and nice dreams or something like that. But they've got drops for the morning and drops for the evening. And there's a lot of good remarks out there. And if Tommy, his, I've read a very long, thing that he wrote, and he was like, when I got out of prison and me and my wife, and I didn't have any energy, and I went to these people, and now,
You doing good? Just checking
yep.
on you.
And so now, um, he's doing really well. He's active at 83 and exercises and stuff. And so I would like that myself.
What's that exercising?
What you need?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're MPO. That means nothing by mouth.
For what?
Says something about you're having a stress test tomorrow. No one told me anything. I just read it.
They told me I wasn't going to do it.
So you're not? I mean, if they told you that, then
The one doctor told me no because I've had one recently.
okay.
And he said he didn't think that this situation warranted having the stress test.
Okay.
And I was like, I agree.
Right. Right.
Since it's only been like 2 or 3 months ago. Well, maybe 4 or 5, but
Yeah.
relatively soon.
Okay.
And he was talking about doing the sonogram again. And I was like, just look at the pictures. I don't think there's any damage,
Right.
Because, it's supposed to be narrower
Mm-hmm.
and the it expands,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a little bit.
Okay.
So, all the other doctors were like, yeah, you're right on the edge there, but you don't have as much problem with your aorta, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was clear. And I've done the stress test before.
Okay.
I want to run it, but
Yeah. Well, they consulted cardiology, and cardiology won't talk to you until tomorrow. So they probably won't. Um, they'll probably just look at you tomorrow. They probably won't do any tests until they
well, before you take that
talk to.
MPO, let me get a good swallow then.
Hey.
Let me shut this off. Okay,
Um,
fans, they're going to do some more tests on me tomorrow. So I love you all. Good night.